Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today for another Silicon Labs podcast. So, joining us today is Senior Portfolio Manager for Infrastructure and Automotive, Sushila Katiyar, and Senior Product Manager for the Power Business Unit, John Wilson.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Isaac, for having us here today.
Thanks for joining us. So, today we're going to be talking about our automotive markets. And from here, Sushila is going to go ahead and lead the Q&A with John.
Thanks again, Isaac. John, thanks for joining us. I just have a couple of questions for you about the automotive market since that's your area of expertise. Can you tell me a little bit about how the business has been growing, the market trends, and what role Silicon Labs plays in this automotive market?
So we've been involved in the automotive market for on the order of 13 years. Our first products were actually radio tuners for satellite radio back 13 years ago. And we've grown our footprint and expanded the product lines we've been involved in, from radios to power. And the new and emerging area for Silicon Labs is timing. We have a few products actually in our microcontroller portfolio, 8-bit, that are automotive qualified. But the real emphasis area is in the infrastructure and automotive side of the business. We've grown our customer base significantly from a handful of customers to over 300 global customers.
So, John, Silicon Labs has a lot of products, and you've touched on several of those. Can you tell us which one of those product offerings are the key ones that play in this market, or which are the strengths of our portfolio?
Sure. Again, our history, our legacy, starting with the radio products, which are really geared at car radio and infotainment systems. Our offerings have included things like AM/FM main tuners, which is our longest legacy product types. We have audio DSPs, we have traffic tuners, digital radio tuners, and demodulators for digital audio broadcast. Also then in power, our experience is on the order of 8+ years. We specialize in electric vehicle charging and drivetrain products. That includes things, application types like onboard chargers, external chargers, DC-DC converters. We do traction inverters, which are the main drive in vehicles, as well as battery management systems. So isolation products for each of those application types is really what we've put some cycles in. We've had some great success stories. We've grown our customer footprint and our market through the years. Exciting new development for our company is our timing group being very interested in lining up qualifications for automotive grade products in infotainment, automated driver assistance systems and connectivity for application types like infotainment, driver assistance, autonomous vehicles, and Ethernet. So a lot of really great stuff going on across the company, particularly in infrastructure and automotive, in the space. So really, in terms of the vehicle, we have products that play both under hood, where there's a lot of high temperatures involved, as well as in cabin for things like infotainment systems.
So the automotive industry has very specific design needs and qualifications. Now, how does Silicon Labs ensure that our customers are actually receiving or actually obtaining parts and we're addressing the needs of that particular industry?
Well, there are some very high demands for things like quality in the automotive space, and this is something that Silicon Labs has developed a lot of expertise in, including our design and test methodologies. There's a lot to learn, a lot of experience that we brought to the table, design techniques like design failure mode effect analysis and fault and test coverage. These practices by our design community are necessary to really design in the quality. It's not something you can test in at the end. You got to start with your design process and understanding the needs of the market. So we've really matured significantly in that area. Also then looking at our qualifications in manufacturing, the key qualification type is called AEC-Q100. The power products have been offered with that type of qualification for years and years. as have the audio and radio products, and that's where our timing team is looking to grow and mature. We also have automotive flows at our manufacturing steps, like our wafer foundry, our assembly, our probe, our test. Those manufacturing steps have extra processing for ensuring reduction of defects to minimal levels. And that's very much expected by the automotive industry. We support the necessary product documentation, such as PPAP and material listing systems like CAMDIS and IMDS, that are two international material data systems. We're very on top of the quality and reliability, assuring we have appropriate monitors, that we monitor our yields and our manufacturing steps very closely. And also, we make sure that our product change notifications adhere to key global standards. So all these experiences kind of have added up to a robust set of background ideas and practices that help us to offer really strong products in automotive space.
John, on the power side of things, what are some of the market trends that you see in automotive industry?
It's really exciting in the power space because of the enormous growth and global acceptance of electric vehicles and the continual growth of hybrid vehicles. The electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles often have very high voltages as part of their vehicle systems, and that's where isolation comes into play. So with our product lines that offer up to 5 kilovolts of isolation, those play very well into different applications in the electric vehicle. As countries like China, France, the US, Japan have continued to experience growth in the electric vehicle markets, we get the benefits of that. Not only are we recipients of the broad global trends, but we're making great new technology to apply to help grow those markets and enable really new advances in electric vehicle technology. So it's really exciting to be part of that trend and see the growth of electric vehicles and to see various countries and companies manufacturing more and more higher percentage electric vehicles. Even the big names and OEMs globally are producing more EVs. So again, with that trend comes an opportunity for Silicon Labs to sell more isolation products and create and engineer more cool solutions for those spaces.
Thank you, John. So we've covered quite a few topics in this podcast, and I was just wondering if you could, tell us a little bit about what are the key takeaways that an automotive customer should have about Silicon Labs and our products.
Yeah, when our customers consider what Silicon Labs has done, really our experience over a decade in the space to really understand what the needs are and having produced products that are enabling really great end customer products for years and years. Our infrastructure that we have in place at our design, at our manufacturing, and our quality to really know the right things to do to meet and exceed industry expectations. Also, Silicon Labs continues to invest. New products, expanding our markets, expanding our offerings, bringing new technology to bear, and building what we need to do to deliver reliably, to have the quality expectations met, and also the support. That's a key thing in having our sales support, our quality, our technical teams, our applications teams really ready to address those challenging automotive market segment issues and problems. So we're ready. Again, the experience, the infrastructure, the investment, and the support.
Thank you, John, and thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, John. Thanks, Sushila. So this has been a great overview of Silicon Labs partaking in the automotive market, and I'd like to ask our listeners to stay tuned for maybe some future deeper dives into some of the actual applications that we're designing into. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.